Frost advisory. Issued at Tuesday 4:27 p.m. May 2025. Issued by Environment and Climate Change Canada. Description: temperatures are expected to fall to near the freezing mark tonight into Tuesday morning and again Friday night. ####. Frost advisories are issued when temperatures are expected to reach the freezing mark during the growing season, leading to potential damage and destruction to plants and crops. Please continue to monitor alerts and forecasts issued by Environment Canada. To report severe weather, send an email to onstorm@ec.gc.ca or post reports on X using #onstorm. Recommended action: cover up plants, especially those in frost-prone areas. Snowfall warning. Issued at Tuesday 6:30 a.m. May 2025. Issued by Environment and Climate Change Canada. Description: 10 to 20 centimeters of snow by Tuesday afternoon. A spring snowfall is affecting southern Baffin Island as a low-pressure system moves north along the coast. Ongoing snow will continue Wednesday tonight and morning before becoming mixed with rain Wednesday afternoon. ###. Visibility may be suddenly reduced at times in heavy snow. Please continue to monitor alerts and forecasts issued by Environment Canada. To report severe weather, send an email to newstorm@ec.gc.ca, call 1-800-239-0484 or post reports on X using #newstorm. Recommended action: prepare for quickly changing and deteriorating travel conditions. Missouri lawmakers have approved a bill that would require a permit to export water outside of the state. Jacob Nabel with the Missouri Corn Growers Association says it's good news for farmers. What are we doing in Missouri to make sure our water resources aren't being sent elsewhere, especially in times of drought, like we have in Missouri where we need that water here? Put some safeguards in place for Missouri farmers and Missourians to have the right to water resources over out-of-state interests. It's the second year Senate Bill 82 has been considered by state lawmakers and Governor Mike Cavo still needs to review the bill. Nabel says if it's signed, there will be a rulemaking process, pending the governor's signature, which everything indicates he'd be supportive of these measures, that we could expect to see some of these changes coming relatively soon. Other AG groups, including the Missouri Soybean Association and Missouri Cattlemen's Association, were supportive of the legislation. The next total solar eclipse visible in Canada will be on August 22, 2044. The next total solar eclipse in the United States will occur on March 30, 2033, in Alaska only, whereas the next total solar eclipse in the contiguous United States will occur on August 22, 2044. The next solar eclipse visible from the UK will be a partial solar eclipse on August 12, 2026, with the moon covering a significant portion of the sun, 89 to 90%. This partial eclipse will be visible across the entire UK and Ireland. The next total solar eclipse in the UK will occur in 2090. Les Stewart's wind warning. Issued at Tuesday 3:42 p.m. May 2025. Issued by Environment and Climate Change Canada. Description: strong winds that may cause damage are expected or occurring. Time span, late this afternoon and evening. Maximum wind gusts, southeasterly up to 100 km per hour. Locations: Margaree Harbour to Bay St. Lawrence. ###. Loose objects may be tossed by the wind and cause injury or damage. Les Stewart's wind warnings are issued when there is a significant risk of damaging winds. Please continue to monitor alerts and forecasts issued by Environment Canada. To report severe weather, send an email to nstorm@ec.gc.ca or post reports on X using #nstorm. Recommended action: be prepared to adjust your driving with changing road conditions due to high winds. 2 children were seriously injured in a multi-vehicle highway crash and their mother walked away from the scene, abandoning them, Missouri officials said. Courtney Brown, of St. Louis, was driving east on Interstate 270 on Wednesday, May 21, 2025. When she suddenly stopped in the middle of the road, causing a crash involving 4 vehicles, according to a criminal complaint filed by the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Brown's 2 children were sitting unrestrained in the front seat and were seriously injured in the crash, the complaint read. No attorney information was listed for Brown. When Brown stopped on the highway, a driver behind her tried, but failed, to swerve around and crashed into a vehicle, according to the complaint. Then a second car hit, impacting with enough force to slide Brown's vehicle into the path of a third driver, who also struck her vehicle, the complaint read. After the crash, investigators said Brown got out of her vehicle and walked away, leaving her children laying unconscious across the center console, the document read. According to the complaint, an officer who was at the scene ordered her to stop, but she kept going and was later found and taken into custody about a mile away from the crash. At the time of her arrest, Brown appeared to be intoxicated, a trooper said, as her eyes were bloodshot, her speech confused, and her movements slow and deliberate, the complaint read. Investigators said marijuana and amphetamines were found in her system when she was taken to a hospital, according to the complaint, and she also didn't have a valid license. Her children were seriously injured in the crash, and they were taken to a hospital and intubated, the complaint read. Records show Brown is facing charges including DWI causing serious physical injury, endangering the welfare of a child, leaving the scene of an accident and driving without a valid license. A man is dead after a house fire in Dartmouth Wednesday night. In a statement, Scott Remy, Assistant Chief for Halifax Regional Fire and Emergency, said the fire was reported at a residence in the 300 block of Waverley Road around 8:44 p.m., with reports of flame and smoke from a second-story window. Remy said a total of 9 fire apparatus and 23 members responded to the fire. On our arrival we found heavy flames and smoke and quickly attacked the fire, he said. 2 residents were able to escape from the building, while a third person in a life-threatening condition was brought outside by Halifax Regional Police. Fire crews and paramedics attempted to resuscitate the victim, but were unsuccessful. Remy said the victim was a man with an estimated age of 55. 1 person is dead after a fire on Waverley Road in Dartmouth Wednesday night, view image in full screen. 1 person is dead after a fire on Waverley Road in Dartmouth Wednesday night. The fire was contained to the floor of origin and did not spread to other floors or adjacent buildings, he said. Jeff Garber, Acting District Chief for Halifax Regional Fire and Emergency, said earlier Tuesday that the fire happened in an in-law suite. Halifax Regional Fire and Emergency investigators are investigating the cause of the blaze. Update: Halifax Fire and Emergency's investigation classified this fire as accidental. The summary noted the ignition source was determined to be smoking materials and that the origin was the living room. There were no operating smoke alarms. Fire crews responded to a house fire on the 500 block of Dustin Drive early Wednesday morning. The call was dispatched at 5:07 a.m. and the first unit arrived on scene by 5:11 a.m. Firefighters reported that the home was fully involved with visible flames upon arrival. A total of 9 units, including the fire chief, fire marshal, safety officer, and 2 battalion chiefs, responded to the scene. 5 companies were involved: Engine 11, Ladder 1, Ladder 7, Kint 8 and Kint 3. Crews had the fire under control by 8:40 a.m. No injuries were reported, and the cause of the fire remains under investigation by the Columbia Fire Marshal's Office. Description: The Kingston Police are warning the public of a scam that has been recently occurring within the community. Police are advising residents to be on the lookout for a family consisting of a man, woman and 2 to 3 children approaching elderly residents and asking for directions to local hospitals under the pretense of making a charitable donation. The suspects then offer the victims a gift for their assistance, which consists of costume jewelry. As the suspect places a ring or necklace on their target, they remove the victim's existing jewelry without the victim being aware. The suspects have been driving a grey or pale green 4-door small to mid-size SUV or hatchback. The incidents have been occurring in parking areas outside grocery stores and shopping centres. Invest 93A is currently located over India. The system has a low chance of developing into a tropical cyclone in the next 24 hours. What is an invest? An invest is an area of disturbed weather that is under investigation for its potential to develop into a tropical cyclone. Maximum sustained surface winds are around 35 to 45 km per hour, 20 to 25 knots. Minimum sea level pressure is estimated to be near 1004 HPA. Infrared imagery and a MEDOC-B ASCAT scatterometry data show weak turning with 35 to 45 km per hour, 20 to 25 knots, northwesterly winds and a poorly defined low-level circulation center with sparse convection over the western edge. Analysis shows favorable conditions for development due to low 10 to 15 knots wind shear, moderate upper-level divergence and warm 29 to 30 degrees Celsius sea surface temperatures. Forecast models show a north-northwestward track with slow development. GFS shows TC formation within the next 4 days. Tornado Watch. Issued at Tuesday 1:15 p.m. May 2025. Issued by National Weather Service. Description: the National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch 303 in effect until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening for the following areas in Arkansas. This watch includes 24 counties in central Arkansas: Faulkner, Grant, Lonoke, Prairie, Pulaski, White in eastern Arkansas, Jackson, Lawrence, Monroe, Randolph, Woodruff in north central Arkansas, Cleburne, Independence, Sharp in southeast Arkansas, Bradley, Cleveland, Desha, Drew, Jefferson, Lincoln in southwest Arkansas, Calhoun, Dallas, Washita. This includes the cities of Ash Flat, Attica, Augusta, Batesville, Beebe, Brinkley, Cabot, Camden, Cave City, Clarendon, Conway, Cotton Plant, DeVal's Bluff, DeWitt, DeSark, Dumas, Fordyce, Gould, Hampton, Hardy, Hazen, Heber Springs, Hoxie, Kingsland, Little Rock, Lonoke, McCrory, Miggy, Monticello, Newport, North Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Pocahontas, Rison, Searcy, Sheridan, Star City, Stuttgart, Thornton, Walnut Ridge, and Warren. Frost Advisory. Issued at Tuesday 3:42 p.m. May 2025. Issued by Environment and Climate Change Canada. Description: cold temperatures overnight tonight are expected to give patchy frost, especially in low-lying areas. Minimum temperatures near 2 degrees. Locations: northwestern New Brunswick. Time span overnight tonight, ending shortly after sunrise Wednesday morning. ####. Please continue to monitor alerts and forecasts issued by Environment Canada. To report severe weather, send an email to nbstorm@ec.gc.ca or post reports on X using #NBStorm. Recommended action: cover up plants, especially those in frost-prone areas. Take preventative measures to protect frost-sensitive plants and trees. This is for 18+. If you're not 18, you will get upset. Let's talk about not-so-good news. Sometimes we have to tell our customers news they may not want to hear or might be disappointed by. Here's where we step in with empathy and our voice principles, especially helping customers navigate highs and lows, as well as letting them know we are listening and learning right alongside them. In general, we want to avoid sounding transactional. We don't want to say things like, "Unfortunately, you didn't qualify for." Be sympathetic, warm, and positive. Some examples of bad news: the customer didn't qualify for a particular tax break. The customer owes taxes. The customer's payment was declined. We are sunsetting a feature. Service has been or will be interrupted. The product lost data or failed in some other way. We overcharged the customer. To be clear, bad news is not the kind of info we present in error messages and other in-product alerts. Those come with their own unique challenges, like brevity and utility. If that's what you need to write, follow the error message guidelines. Guidelines for writing bad news. Who's the audience for these guidelines? Anyone who needs to break bad news to customers. What problem are we solving for them? We are helping them get the best possible outcome in bad news situations. Damn it, why they do that? Disturbance 1 is currently located south of Mexico. The system has a 0% chance of developing into a tropical depression or tropical storm in the next 2 days and a 20% chance in the next 7 days. East and East Pacific, an area of low pressure could form by this weekend into early next week several hundred miles south of the southern coast of Mexico. Conditions appear favorable for some development of this system thereafter while it moves westward to west-northwestward at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Frost Advisory. Issued at Wednesday 3:41 p.m. May 21, 2025. Issued by Environment and Climate Change Canada. Description: cold temperatures overnight tonight and early Thursday morning are expected to give patchy frost, especially in low-lying areas. Minimum temperatures near 2 degrees. Locations: Nova Scotia. Time span overnight tonight, ending shortly after sunrise Thursday morning. ###. Please continue to monitor alerts and forecasts issued by Environment Canada. To report severe weather, send an email to nstorm@ec.gc.ca or post reports on X using #NStorm. Recommended action: cover up plants, especially those in frost-prone areas. Take preventative measures to protect frost-sensitive plants and trees. Frost Advisory. Issued at Wednesday 3:39 p.m. May 21, 2025. Issued by Environment and Climate Change Canada. Description: cold temperatures overnight tonight and early Thursday morning are expected to give patchy frost, especially in low-lying areas. Minimum temperatures near 4 degrees. Except +1 low-lying areas. Locations: Prince Edward Island. Time span: overnight tonight, ending shortly after sunrise Thursday morning. ####. Please continue to monitor alerts and forecasts issued by Environment Canada. To report severe weather, send an email to pestorm@ec.gc.ca or post reports on X using #pestorm. Recommended action: cover up plants, especially those in frost-prone areas. Take preventative measures to protect frost-sensitive plants and trees. Frost Advisory. Issued at Wednesday 3:40 p.m. May 21, 2025. Issued by Environment and Climate Change Canada. Description: cold temperatures overnight tonight and early Thursday morning are expected to give patchy frost, especially in low-lying areas. Minimum temperatures near 2 degrees. Except 0 or slightly below in low-lying areas. Locations: New Brunswick. Time span: overnight tonight, ending shortly after sunrise Thursday morning. ###. Please continue to monitor alerts and forecasts issued by Environment Canada. To report severe weather, send an email to nbstorm@ec.gc.ca or post reports on X using #NBStorm. Recommended action: cover up plants, especially those in frost-prone areas. Take preventative measures to protect frost-sensitive plants and trees. Coastal Flood Advisory. Issued at Wednesday 2 p.m. May 21, 2025. Issued by National Weather Service. Description: less than a foot of inundation above ground level expected in low-lying areas near shorelines and tidal waterways, 3.7 to 12.2 feet mean low water. Where Eastern Essex, Massachusetts, Suffolk, MA, Eastern Norfolk, Massachusetts, Eastern Plymouth, Massachusetts, Barnstable, Massachusetts, Dukes, MA and Nantucket, Massachusetts counties. When, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Thursday. Impacts: roads remain passable. Low-lying areas and roads near Nantucket Harbor, including Easy Street, may experience pockets of shallow flooding less than 1 foot deep. Recommended action: if travel is required, allow extra time as some roads may be closed. Do not drive around barricades or through water of unknown depth. Take the necessary actions to protect flood-prone property. Wind Advisory. Issued at Wednesday 1:27 p.m. May 21, 2025. Issued by National Weather Service. Description: northeast winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 miles per hour expected. Where Eastern Norfolk, Massachusetts, Suffolk, MA, Eastern Essex, Massachusetts, and Eastern Plymouth, Massachusetts counties. When, from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Thursday. Impacts: gusty winds will blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and some power outages may result. Recommended action: winds this strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Use extra caution. Coastal Flood Statement. Issued at Wednesday 4:36 p.m. May 21, 2025. Issued by National Weather Service. Description: up to 1/2 foot of inundation above ground level expected in vulnerable areas near the waterfront and shoreline. Where in New Jersey, Hudson, Eastern Essex and Eastern Union counties. In New York, Manhattan, Richmond, Staten Island and Kings, Brooklyn counties. When, from Thursday afternoon through Thursday evening. Impacts: brief minor flooding of the most vulnerable locations near the waterfront and shoreline. Recommended action: do not drive through flooded roadways. Go to the mall involves deciding on a mall, planning your route, getting dressed comfortably and exploring the stores within. Here's a more detailed breakdown. 1. Choose a mall. Nearby malls. Look up malls near you, either by searching online or asking local friends for suggestions. Store preferences. Consider the types of stores you want to visit, e.g., clothing stores, electronics, food court, and choose a mall that has those stores. 2. Plan your route. Directions. Use a map or navigation app to find the best route to the mall, whether driving, taking public transportation, or using an alternative transportation method. Parking. If driving, find out about parking options at the mall, free, paid, etc. 3. Prepare for the mall. Comfortable shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking, so wear comfortable shoes. Layers. Malls can get cool, so consider wearing layers that you can easily remove if needed. Cash or cards. Make sure you have enough cash and credit cards or debit cards for your purchases. Baggage. If you plan to buy large items, consider having a way to transport them back to your car, e.g., a reusable shopping bag or having someone else pick them up later. 4. Explore the mall. Store exploration. Browse through the different stores, keeping an eye out for deals, sales, or items you like. Mall map. If you get lost or need to find a specific store, consult the mall map. Food court. Take a break and grab a snack or meal from the food court. Entertainment. Some malls have movie theaters, arcades, or other entertainment options. 5. Have fun. Enjoy the experience. The mall is a place to relax, shop, and have fun. Don't be afraid to explore different areas and enjoy your time. 6. Follow mall rules. No smoking. Most malls prohibit smoking in the building. No pets. Malls usually have rules about pets in the common areas, so be sure to check the rules before bringing your pet. Dress code. Some malls may have dress code rules, so be sure to check them before going to the mall.